djlonghairorig here in house. Welcome everyone to another MTG Roundtable. What's up, Dan?
Hey, not much, just jetting on through here. How you doing?
Yeah, I see you got yourself a little jetpack.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've been thinking with the previous avatar that I needed to either have a robot body or a jetpack. And so I had gone into my image editor and cannibalized a jetpack.
Nice.
Or a couple of bombs and then made a jetpack out of it.
Nice.
Hopefully
That's
this
the
doesn't
best.
blow up in my face and ruin my jar.
Yeah. So before we, read Marvel stuff, I know everyone loves it when we attempt to read cards. This was just brought to my attention. I don't really do a lot of grading, so I didn't know to pay attention to it. But yes, PSA was graded 9's. They have a buyback program, so they bought those 9's. Using the same SKU and everything, they upgrade it to a 10 and sell as a 10. What?
Yeah, that's. I find that a little weird.
Yeah,
Am I getting echo on? Am I getting echo on your end? I'm getting echo.
Maybe a little bit. It's because I don't have my headphones on. My hair's all wet.
Ah, I gotcha.
It should be real slight. If it's too bad, I'll get my ears on.
There's been a big issue in the world lately regarding grading, and it's going to affect the comic book people, the card collecting people, the toy collecting people. There's been an issue with grading companies not agreeing what the system should be and how they come across their grades, what's considered at whatever degree of mint to near mint to complete. You should have thrown that away a long time ago. And that number scaling up to 10 and nobody agrees. Seems like everybody has like a different situation. Like if I get like my comic books and I get a couple graded from the store, what would be an 8 or a 9, I would consider a 7, but the grading company doesn't agree to that. And other companies, they also change up their grading. And for like I heard like there's different reasons why they'll second thought a grade on a card or a comic book or a toy that they have entrapped in the coffin of never play with it again. And there could be like, the person who regraded it when it came back to them, for example, might have a disagreement with how the first person graded it, or maybe that person doesn't work there anymore, or they changed their grading system since. Those are just some of the things I've heard.
Well, this guy's got about 14K subscribers. Some of you guys may know him. I don't know him personally, but since we're going to be reviewing his video, I'll go ahead and smash that subscribe for him. If you guys would do the same, that'd be great.
Make sure you pop the link into the chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good, because I didn't do that in the, whatchamacallit. But here's the link to this guy. Not that I have much pull here, but go over and at least give him a like, maybe a subscribe. I don't know, but he covers this type of stuff. I've seen him before, but this is actually my first time watching. So I'm gonna pause so that we can kind of commentate a little bit, Dan. But let's get into it.
Yeah.
The thing people have been speculating about PSA and their offers program actually happened. Here's the story. Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So last night I was talking to Jeremy Lee of Sports Card Live and planning out a podcast on my Sports Card Clubhouse network for this weekend. And I said, nothing has happened this week. So we're not going to have a lot of current events to talk about. And then a couple of hours later, I was on Twitter, and this person named Preston, I don't know who this is, but it's a Pokemon PSA order, posted that they had I guess like the day before maybe, had a 30 card Pokemon PSA order, and all 30 of them came back a 9 or maybe below. Maybe all of them were 9s. And they were shocked. You know, this is apparently somebody who does a lot of grading, and they do their pre-grading, and they felt like at least 10 or 12 of them were going to come back as 10s. But they were 9s. So they posted this on Twitter, and the next day, or maybe later that day, discovered that 11 of them had been changed to 10s. The problem, and we've seen this before, we've seen...
Oh, and they've seen it before. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, this seems like to be a thing that you're seeing a lot of lately in the market.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't know much about PSA. Hey, what's up, Holy and Genesis? Good to see you guys. You have no ears though. Okay.
You've seen it a lot with the comic books too, like I said.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's continue. It's news to me because I don't really get into grading. I just play. So interest me, but yeah. All right.
Asmongold has a take on
changed.
Does he?
Yeah, okay. Asmongold believes that there might be some sort of money laundering going on, and he called that out, and you'll see why.
Okay.
After a reveal, we've seen, after the QC2 or whatever the stage is. The problem with this one, though, is that once those grades popped for Preston, he received offers in the PSA Partners program for PSA 9 prices, and he accepted several of those offers.
Oh.
And he had already been paid for them. They had already transferred. And now those 9s that he accepted offers on and had already sold have been changed to 10s. And this is something that a lot of people have speculated about. And I've poo-pooed this idea. I've said, this is crazy. That can't happen. A lot of people have said, what is stopping PSA? And this obviously nothing is stopping them. But a lot of people have said that PSA would start doing this, where they grade something a 9, they offer it to you, they offer you a 9 price from one of their partners, you accept it, and then they change it to 10 for one of their partners. And that's not exactly what happened here, but we're going to talk a little bit about
that's just sus, period.
Right. So see what it sounds like is getting at the you can call money laundering there, or
right,
or even just inflation of pricing, because let's just say something grades at let's say you're going to find a good average graded at probably about an 8. Most people aren't going to grade lower than that unless they just have a nostalgic reason to grade it. So you get yourself something that's graded at an 8, right? And then all of a sudden that thing that you paid an 8 for, while it sounds good in your pocket, when you go, oh, well, they changed their mind. Maybe that is a 10 based off of changes in how they grade, whatever. Whatever their system is, and you're like, oh, that sounds like a thing. Now all of a sudden that one piece is worth money. Now if PSA is turning around and reselling these things, that to myself, Asmongold, and a few other people in the gaming communities kind of feel like that's a form of money laundering when it comes down to your collectibles.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And they just made it easier for people to grade under $500 cards, through GameStop. So, what happens there? I mean, do they offer it to GameStop? GameStop lowballs you, says, hey, it only came back a 9, but hey, we'll offer you $30 for it.
Yeah. I don't know. GameStop,
because they offer way lower than that, right? So
GameStop is pretty much just like clawing on to their gravestone.
I'm not saying that's what happened, just to clarify, but I'm just like
no. But they probably it probably is absolutely happening because companies like GameStop is holding on to their tombstone really hard, and they're trying not to get that last load of dirt tossed on them.
Right.
Hey, we got a few people in chat. We got Holly in chat.
Hey. From where?
Hey from the barn. We got Holly and
What's
Chad.
up, Chris?
Sorry, not Holly. Chris, yeah. We got Genesis Nightmare and the Annoying Boys.
Is. All right, well, let's move on. Good to see you, Chris. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here.
What about this? Because there are some very, very concerning things that you need to watch out for. Preston posted about it.
Remind me, I got to put his link in here.
How does this happen?
On the description.
And he put screenshots. I'm going to put them up here on my screen of some of these offers that he made. And then he went back in. The only way he knew was because he was going back through his order. And he saw that some of those 9s that he had accepted a pay of like $30 for a PSA 9 had now showed that they were PSA 10s. So he posted about it and said, what the heck is going on here? And apparently PSA contacted him afterwards, and they acknowledged that there was a mistake, a breakdown in the process, where when he posted his original one where he said 30 cards, all of them came back a 9 or below. This is crazy. They said that they went back and re-reviewed his grades and increased 11 of them from 9s to 10s. He said it sounds like they acknowledged that it was obvious their original grades were unfair. And so here's one problem.
That's what I mentioned earlier.
If all it takes for somebody to complain on Twitter that their grades are unfair.
Yeah. What was that?
That's what I mentioned earlier regarding there's possible changes to the grading system that people are talking about.
Yeah.
And it's across the board with all
nice.
the collectibles.
Congratulations, my friend.
Hey.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so that's that leads more prudence to the conversation that we were having earlier regarding grading changes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, after they buy him, though, that's like, bro.
Well, you know, I mean, in a sense that if you think about it, wouldn't you want to know if you spent like, let's just say you spent $100 on something, right? A graded card. You spent $100 on it. And they changed their grading system. Let's just say they changed their grading system, right? And so much, in fact, that it benefits you by $20.
I won't share that, but that's amazing. Carry on, Dan. I know that stopped you too. You're like, well, shit.
Yeah, well, you know, that benefited me. That benefited me by an additional $20.
Right.
But no, I'm
Anyways,
just saying,
you
know, it's kind of good for your, in a sense. I'd find it as good transparency. Hey, you change your grading system. Therefore, assuming I haven't taken this out of the slab, out of its little coffin, it shouldn't have degraded any. So therefore, the grade should be the same. So if they change their grading system, making it so that way the card is now, instead of a 9, a 10, or instead of 8 and 9.2, then hey, you know, that's $20 extra in my pocket in the long run. So that's a good thing in the line of transparency. But the problem
heavy metal.
Hey, you know, the problem is that they're also reselling. If that makes any sense. Yeah.
Chat's being weird. It just okay. The last comment is that okay. I gotta change that. That's too funny. Okay. There you go. All right, we reset it. But that is awesome, dude. I'm happy for you. But yeah, it just after buyback though, it's beyond sus, dude.
It is. It is.
Whether they did it or not, they should have been. Hey, well, we found out this, so we're gonna offer you a little bit more if you're good with that. Right?
Well, it doesn't matter if they did it.
Not gonna do that.
Opinion, it doesn't matter if they did it or not. As far as you're concerned, they did do it because they took accountability for it.
Yeah.
You know,
so they admitted it.
So if they take, I mean, you know, if I take accountability for something that even if I didn't do it, it's practically admitting I did it, even if I didn't.
Right. All right, let's move on.
Unfair, and then they'll go back and review them, and 1/3 of them, 35%, were increased just because he complained on Twitter, which great for him. This is no criticism of Preston whatsoever. Good for him. I would complain on Twitter too. but that somebody just randomly goes and reviews the grades and increases them after he's done the PSA review, and nobody told him. Nobody reached out to him to tell him that they had changed those. And they say that they didn't know he had already accepted offers. But that's a major flaw in the process. If they can review the grades after you have done your PSA review, PSA reveal, and you're getting those offers immediately, and you've accepted those offers, and then they go in and they say, oh, you know what, these grades weren't fair. We're going to increase some of them.
Bruh.
This is a major problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. See,
And
that is a
doing
problem.
PSA videos on
Yeah.
That is a problem. Okay, so remember what he said. This guy was actually turning around to resell the product that was initially labeled as a 9. He had sounds like he got a buyer for that 9, and since he advertised it as a 9, he didn't get that extra $20 that we talked about earlier.
No, PSA bought it.
Well, either way, it went from a 9 back to a 10, so he didn't get that extra, or somebody's not getting that extra because it was already listed. He accepted the deal at the rate of the 9. Now, that's like seller's remorse. I could have gotten $20 more.
Right.
The guy, in a sense, even if they are offering a transparency that they changed it up after the fact, that's
just salt in the wound, dude.
That's just salt in the wound, but all's fair in capitalism in that case scenario.
Right. Yeah, no, it's just crazy. All right, let's move on.
PSA errors and things like that, because I just moved them into my Sunday video because I get sick of them. But this is massive. This is a huge deal that everybody needs to be aware of. And I don't think it's a conspiracy. I don't think PSA is doing this in a shady way. I just think that they're doing it in a very poor way. And if he hadn't posted to Twitter, none of his cards would have been increased to 10s. He would have just had to accept the 9s. And then, if he hadn't then noticed that they had changed those 9s to 10s, somebody else in the PSA offers program would have had those 10s at 9 prices. And then he posted about it on Twitter, again, saying, what the heck? This changed from 9 to a 10. And then they contacted him. There's several breakdowns in the process here, whether you are a PSA fanboy or not. And if you are, that's fine. Again, if you use PSA, you're profiting, you're doing well. That's where the money is. But you have to also acknowledge that they're not perfect. And if you have accepted offers from PSA in the past on cards that were under a 9, you should go back and check those offers and see what those certs are now.
Yeah,
because you can see here.
So trackable. Dan?
Yeah, it is. They list them, and the nice thing, one of the nice things about having these grading systems for your collectibles is that not only can you track it, your buyer can track it. Also, it's like being on kind of like being on the chain for, like, when you buy crypto, they have what they call the blockchain, and you'll be able to search that particular item to see how much it goes up in price a lot easier. Especially, it makes everything easier in a sense, because otherwise you're going to have to go to look it up. Okay, in this condition, if the shop, the comic book shop, or whoever is going to buy your card or your book is going to go, okay, this is in good condition, I'm going to pay you this much. It's near mint. It's so fine condition, or whatever the condition rating that system that they, we used to call it near mint and fine and mint, but now they have this number system. So it does seem shady that they waited till after the fact to tell them. But if you have the ability to research it on your own, maybe you should be researching it on your own at all points in time on your own. Anyway,
Yeah.
Never, in my opinion, when dealing with any kind of investment, never take somebody else's word for it.
Yeah. So
Not
I completely agree. Let's carry on with the video a little bit.
His cert said 9, and now it says 10 on several of these cards. 11 of them in total. 3 of them, I believe, he accepted an offer on at 9 prices, were converted to 10s. Interestingly, somebody at Cards Trade Up tweeted out on November 6th, speculating that this very thing would happen. And of course, they're saying it would happen in a shady way, and this wasn't shady. PSA did resolve this. PSA did. The sales of the 10s were reversed, and they are being sent back to Preston. So good for PSA.
Oh, good.
This is not a, wow, PSA is scamming video. PSA isn't correcting this, because it has been corrected. This is just a PSA to you, a public service announcement to you, to check your certs. Check the ones that you have accepted offers on. Check the ones. All you need to do, I believe, is go back through your order, and it will tell you what the new grades are, if they have changed them after. They probably haven't, to be quite honest with you. They probably haven't, because if you didn't complain about it on social media, they wouldn't go back and review them again.
Why would they?
Interestingly, Preston said...
Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing. If you didn't complain, they're not going to go and review your. But why would they? I think the only reason why if they were to do it on mass and like a whole bunch of people would just go, hey, even if say you bought this card last year, for example, and you bought this graded card last year, and then you notice that it's the gradings all of a sudden changed, then you'll know that, hey, they probably have a whole bunch of people in there changing the grades to what they would be based off of their current situation. And I know a lot of these PSA companies, these grading companies, they take photographs of every card and every comic book down to, and they're able to zoom into almost a microscopic level on these things nowadays. I saw a whole documentary on how they rate the comic books, and they scan it. They look at it like deep down to the pixels to see how what kind of degrade the paper has. So they have that on file as long as there are some of the more newer ratings. I would assume that that if there was a mass change, a lot more people would notice.
Right. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing?
Hey,
great.
Yeah, you had some good news. Some of it I couldn't share, but they saw it. I was like, well then. Well, good for you, bud.
Yeah, very happy, and things are going extraordinarily well. We got a lot in common.
Nice.
Dishes are clean.
Yeah. You're putting the cap back on the toothpaste, right?
Oh, yeah. Make sure you leave the toilet seat down.
Yeah. You
don't want it to fall in.
Anyways, so Chris, we're talking about this. That actually Holy brought it up in a conversation earlier, and I was like, "Oh, really? Wow!" So we're just reviewing this real quick, and then did you see the superhero cards?
I have very little faith in PSA. I trust Beckett way more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I trust Beckett a lot more, especially with cards. They've been in the industry a lot longer. I pretty much, when it came down to when I was trading my cards, I was selling my cards when dealing with baseball cards. I always had the most recent issue of Beckett magazine. Beckett's been in it for a lot longer than any other when it comes down to like pop culture collectibles.
All right. That's fair. And how much do they pay you? Just kidding.
Oh, I wish. Hey, if you Beckett, if you want to sponsor one of the three of us, we do accept sponsorships.
That's right. All right, let's carry on with the video here.
He posted on social media later that it was quickly resolved, and it was a confirmed one-off situation. And it felt like, and people were saying, did PSA tell you had to say this? And he claimed it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
And I believe him. I think he was trying to stave off the anti-PSA crowd. But it is interesting that he called it a one-off situation. I don't think it's a one-off situation. It's certainly, there's no evidence that it's a one-off situation. It can happen to anybody. Let me know what you think about this. Do you trust PSA? Is this something that makes you say, I don't think this would change my opinion of PSA. I'm not using PSA, of course. It's been 9 months since I last used PSA.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to go to his other one here. They're saying half of 105 card after submitted. After submitter asked for them, downgraded 0. Wait, what?
Too much coffee left in the pot. I couldn't get it all.
Oh, okay. We'll check that out in a minute. But so you don't think it's isolated, right? I mean, it just seems scammy, bro.
It does. It seems scammy. I'm not sure what to make out of it.
Yeah. And then here's PSA again. What, they got pissed off at a customer service?
In a new turn of events, PSA upgraded 52 cards, 52 grades in a 105 card order after the submitter asked them to re-review them. And all of these PSA issues that have come up in the past week or two are completely self-inflicted by PSA.
Wow. So I didn't know all this crap.
There's a reason why Asmongold said it sounds like money laundering. You know, I mean, we've had a few of these collectibles companies do something similar. Like there was a investment firm who was buying Nintendo, Atari, old video game cartridges, and they were kind of like using them as a timeshare, but nobody got to own them, nobody got to play them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this company was making bank off of it, and if you sold your share of the video game, you had to pay them, and they were making bank on.
We did that with we had something. Do you remember, Chris, when they were doing that with a Lotus? You would buy shares, and if it sold, you would get, like, I don't know, part of the share or whatever.
Yeah, the whole group funding thing to buy a card and have it graded.
Yeah.
Okay,
so similar thing.
By the way, I have to yell at you. I got that song stuck in my head now.
What?
All I want to do is zoom, zoom, zoom. Boom, boom. Gotta shake your rump.
Right.
It's just. Sorry, I was looking at chat and it got stuck in my head. But no, it does sound like money laundering. That's what Asmongold thinks, you know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are thinking the same thing. Like the attempt to show transparency after the fact does make a consumer concerned.
Yeah. I mean, these things are tracked. Why would you do that? It just doesn't make sense. It's not like that it's tracked, maybe they assume that the consumer is thinking it's done in good faith. Because I can't imagine that a situation like this would be tried to be hidden when it's so public. But then again, you have a lot of companies that are blatantly doing things that seem scandalous publicly. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on here, and then we'll move on.
Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So last week, was it last week? I guess it feels like
the 5th.
Weeks and weeks ago.
Video.
Preston over on Twitter told a story about how he had some cards, and just a quick recap here. He had some cards that were graded 9's, and he received offers on them at 9 values, and he sold them through the PSA offers program. And remember, just a friendly reminder, PSA is not buying these. They are simply brokering sales with their trusted partners. And then he went back into the order. He noticed that some of those 9's that he already sold back were now regraded as 10's and presumably worth much more than he received in the order. That video has 25,000 views. It's my second highest viewed video of the year, published this year. And a lot of Instagram.
We get it. You have analytics. Got it.
I mean, it's huge in the Pokemon community. A lot of Instagrammers have done it. It's getting millions of views all over the place. Not my video, but just the story itself. PSA has not addressed it yet.
Try OnlyFans.
Nat Turner did address it a little bit in replying to some random person on Twitter, which he does sometimes, which is very odd. Like, I'll reach out to him for comment on something really important and he'll ignore me. And then when somebody completely random with 17 followers on Twitter asks him about it, he'll send a long response. And he acknowledged that they made a mistake and that they're working to fix it and closing the gap in terms of technology. But in this tweet that he posted, he also acknowledged that sometimes they authenticate counterfeit cards, which is a very strange way to explain that this happened. I mean, I know that they authenticate counterfeit cards. It happens. I think every card grading company would. But to say, yes, we did this, and then to also say, we also authenticate counterfeit cards. It's such a weird thing to do. And now,
how?
Over on Blow.
What? Okay, first of all, I've seen counterfeit Pokemon cards. They're very obvious to tell. And for those people who want to do the rip check, or then so be it, lose a card if it turns out to be real. But you can always do the flashlight check on a lot of these cards nowadays. They have the flashlight check where you can tell if it's got the blue strip or in between because of the color the flashlight comes through.
Yeah, Dan, for sure, Chris isn't going to have to do the flashlight check anymore for the moment.
Flashlight. Whoa!
Anyways, carry on, sir.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out forums. Somebody posted a long missive, I guess, saying he's ready.
I
to
thought
talk
I wrote
about
novels, Chris.
PSA, because last year, I think, if I understand this correctly, and I'm not going to have you read the whole thing is not important. But the part that is important is where he says that he sent a 105 card order to PSA, and only 6 of them came back 10's. And he was upset about it, and he reached out to them, and Ryan Hogue actually worked with him on it, and they ended up upgrading 52 out of the 99 cards that came back 9 or lower. So it was a 105 card order, 6 came back 10's, 99 came back 9's or lower. He complained to PSA. I don't know if he complained. He asked them what happened. I'm using my own word there for complain. They went back in and re-reviewed his entire order, and of the 99 9's or lower, 52 of them were upgraded. That is greater than a 50% error rate. And on my podcast on Sports Card Clubhouse last week, Jeremy Lee, or I guess it was this week, Jeremy Lee talked about the error rate being 36 or 37% on the first one from last week. And now this one is a greater than 50% error rate. So there's a lot of stuff with PSA this week. It's all self-imposed. The last couple of weeks, PSA, in my opinion, is seeing a severe degradation in their public relations, let's say. It used to be, and I talked about...
I mean, yeah, dude. That's major. Because, like, what? You start caring or chatting out on them, they're going to upgrade your 9's to 10's automatically? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta think they charge what, $30 to grade a card, and the guy sent over 100. He spent over $3,000. They're gonna try and make him happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely got to keep the customer happy, the client happy, but there's also a question there, and that question is what is wrong in your organization that we can't get a agreed upon.
Yeah, agree upon
Rating, let alone your organization, but other people's organizations, and these regradings. What are the I don't know. Like I'd like to see the ins and outs of PSA and other companies a little bit closer to be able to understand that.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna try to see if we can skip a little head here on the exposition or whatever you call it, but
about this, so I'm sorry to repeat myself. It used to be that I would post something, would say something negative about PSA, and the comments were pretty overwhelmingly pro PSA. I've received over 600 comments, I think, on the video last week, and there's maybe one that is pro PSA.
Oh, wow.
On Twitter, it's a little bit more pro PSA, but a lot of that is also the GameStop people that don't want PSA or Nat Turner or anybody like that to be seen as negative because they want GameStop stock to keep going up. GameStop's very successful. They look great right now. So this, I posted about it in my newsletter.
Yeah, well, yeah, thanks to the Wall Street bros.
GameStop, even to the Wall Street bros, they're still clinging on to their tombstone. Have you been to a GameStop lately?
Not recently, no.
Dude, my friend works at GameStop, and I go over and hang out with him every once in a while, and he can see a whole day working at 15 plus an hour, and nobody comes into GameStop. Nobody goes in there, especially since there's no need to buy games anymore. Half these video game systems that are coming out now, they're pretty much don't have solid state games. So you're missing out there.
Hey, Chris, silly question for you.
Shoot.
Can your laptop handle games?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pick something cheap that we all can play, so I'll get back with you on that. But yeah, thank you. Carry on, Dan.
No, that was it. Pretty much GameStop is nobody goes into GameStop anymore, especially since unless you're looking for used games, older games, there's no need to go to GameStop. And from there, you get better prices from a secondhand thrift store. Or I go to my pawn shop down the road, and you have a better selection of video games at my pawn shop than you do at GameStop.
That's sad.
You know, just saying. And with the way the gaming industry is going, no more solid state video games, so which means no CDs, no cartridges, none of these things that kept the gaming industry running. Just because you got a couple of Wall Street bros who don't want to see their childhood go up in smoke doesn't mean that GameStop's doing very well. And if the college bros who are using trading cards and games and comic books as a form of investment, you're going to see these companies that are being supported by the stock industry to go out of business real quick. And I don't see it as anything more than just a modern way to do NFTs.
Well, that's why over the last few years, GameStop has gone to getting Funko Pops when that craze is going on, and they're getting Magic the Gathering in and selling it at MSRP, which a lot of people can't find in their area.
Yeah. Well, occasionally we'll see some deals they have for Magic or lack of deals. But like my area, like San Diego in California, like San Diego County, like all county-wide, it's impossible to see Magic the Gathering at like Walmart, Target, GameStop. It's very rare that we'll see anything down here. I don't know if it's just a blackout zone or everyone's scared because of all the Pokemon fights a while back, so everyone stopped carrying it.
Let's not forget the theft.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot,
Right.
my Walmart stopped carrying collectibles altogether. No more Pokemon, no more Magic the Gathering, no more the what have you, no more of the Funko Pops. And they started putting them behind the shelves because people were stealing them behind the glass thing. Then they stopped carrying them all together. So at my Walmart. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. I mean, they're the classic meme, you know. Yeah, you turn in a $50 card, here's or $50 game, here's $5. You know, you can't even buy a used game with this premium title that, you know, is selling used. You look over and it's like, you know, $50 for the used. You know, that old crap. I mean, that's not even a thing anymore because you have to get your Steam code when you buy a box. You're just buying it literally for the box, and you have a code that you put in the network to download your game. So it's the point of going, you know. You could buy extra skins, or you get a special gun or something if you buy from them, and that's the only way they're able to make any money, you know.
Right. And so like so with the gaming industry going in the direction that it is, GameStop doesn't matter. I firmly believe it doesn't matter who's pulling them out of the water this week. They're a dying
Yeah.
venue. They're a dying venue, and they're of course they're going to side with a company like PSA if they're getting better quality stuff allegedly at a cheaper rate.
Yeah. So yeah, because the guy complained, he got 50% back 10's. That's great.
Nat's response was pretty wild, acknowledging that they made this mistake, which is good, but then also saying, yeah, we made this mistake. We also authenticate counterfeit cards. There is no official PSA response to this.
Yeah, that's
Jeff
weird.
Wilson came out and said, well, I'll put the tweet up here. Do you really think that a billion-dollar company would do something stupid like this? Well, yeah. I mean, this is what companies do. They get greedy. And several people said, have you ever heard of Enron? Yeah. It's crazy to think that a company wouldn't. Now, I don't think that they did in the 9 case, but the problem for me is that they will just willy-nilly re-review orders and upgrade them, like saying, well, we made 50% error rate on this order.
50%.
How is that a thing? How is that acceptable?
Yeah.
That when you send your cards to PSA, not only can you ask them to re-review them after, but they will, and not stand by their original grades, but then they will fix 35 to 50% of the grades upwards. Not a single one, by the way, in this order from the Blow Up Forums post, not a single card had the grade downgraded. And when they're reviewing the grades, re-reviewing the grades, and 52 are coming back higher, not a single one lower, you tell me what you think about that. So Jeff posted his tweet, do you really think they would do this? And he got ratioed, as the kids say on Twitter. And then the next day, the very next day, 24 hours later, he announced that, or PSA announced, that they are opening up a new submission center inside of Cards HQ. So PSAs is a golden goose for many reasons. Understandable, you know, if you're a business person. But the reason that he had to say this is because a lot of sports card shops, we have 3 examples that are public now that we know about that have gone out there, where the sports card shops, card shops, I should say, they might be trading cards too, are stopping all submissions to PSA, group submissions.
Wow.
And yes, as Neo pointed out very smartly, 2 of these companies are not PSA authorized dealers. One of them is. One of these companies also mentioned cleaning in their announcement. They have since come out and clarified that all they mean by cleaning is the same thing that PSA said in a poll like a year ago. I talked about this poll where they talked about cleaning, and I think they then changed the language in the poll to clarify to mean wipe down service. And this LCS clarified, yes, all we mean is wipe down service, where they're wiping fingerprints off, which is what we used to call cleaning. But now cleaning is more like Kurt's Card Care or it's associated with that. And so
what?
I'm left here thinking that
Card care, Kurt's card
we're
care.
seeing.
Not familiar with it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, huh? Okay. Okay. Oh, I need to pause anyways, copyright stuff. But all right.
Well,
A lot of people are saying they're moving to CG.
Seems to me like when you open yourself up to a regrading. Now, they're admitting that in a sense, not necessarily openly admitting it, but you're admitting that you have a flaw in your grading system. And we were mentioning this earlier, whether that flaw be human error or they don't want to cause drama, or they change their policies. It could be anything. But now when you get to going, a lot of people don't like the grading system because who's grading? Who's doing the grading? And then what happens when PSA regrades something? When they're asked to regrade, and somebody who graded it originally was responsible for the regrade. Now, does that open you up for something like, I don't know, having to look at the possibility that the human error doesn't want to be seen by the person who graded it and may have came back to that person's table to regrade? Now, a little salt.
I would think they would do that. No.
Well, I'd be kind of pissed if I was asked to remake a hamburger if I worked at Burger King. It's Burger King. I'm just saying. It'd be my job to do it, but a lot of people get pissed off for that kind of stupid shit. And sorry, I swore. But people get.
Hey, we made it past 30 minutes. Congratulations.
Hey, right on. But people get pissed off about that when they feel like their situation is not being acknowledged appropriately.
Yeah.
Especially with I have money involved, for example. You're not acknowledging I have money involved, and I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I just wonder what Ed thinks over at Dual Brain MTG. I mean, you get your stuff done by Beckett. I mean, they had a little scandal a little while ago. I don't know what their deal was, but it's when Rudy came out with his grading. So, all right. Pardon me, I am trying to download these super quick so that we don't have to deal with all the ads. Anyways, so Chris, do you get a lot of stuff graded or not really?
I think he's.
No, I bought a graded baseball card of a young Red Sox player, but I don't grade cards myself.
Okay.
Would that young Red Sox player be the incredible Pete Rose, who's going to be finally allowed back in the for a chance to be in the Hall of Fame?
No, his name is Roman Anthony.
Oh, wait, you said Red Sox, not Reds. Sorry, I was thinking about the Reds.
Yeah, but PSA 10 is still worth more than Beckett 9.5. Well, it's a 10, but yeah. Hey, what's up, TG dude?
Hey, TCG dude.
Yeah. No, I just was told about this today, and I was like, Brit, that's sus. So. Let's see if he has anything else to say here. If not, we'll go ahead and move on.
CGC. I'm going to send an order off to CGC probably in late December, early January, I'm guessing, if I have the time. I stopped grading with PSA 9 months ago. I will not do it. I can't imagine something drastic would have to change with them for me to consider grading with them again. A lot of people are saying that they're moving to CGC. Some people are saying they're moving to Beckett. It'll be interesting to see if this shows up in the numbers in January for December and in February for January. It's difficult for me to see this thing being the thing that tips things in favor of Beckett or CGC. We'll see. We'll see. You know, they had the whole backyard breaks drama back in April, and
That's what I was thinking
nothing
about.
changed. In fact, they got bigger and better, not better in a good way, but bigger, stronger, and more powerful after that. But at some point, there are a lot of chipping away at things, and eventually one chip makes things crumble. And that chip might be smaller than all the other chips behind it, but that one chip could be the tipping point. Will it be? Probably not. But I'll be watching their volume very closely. And remember, you're probably not going to see a difference in their December volume, if we do see a difference at all, because all the cards that they're going to grade in December came in November or even October or earlier. You probably won't see a change at all until...
Okay. So that's speculation. But yeah. And you see right here, dealers are boycotting PSA over grade change conspiracy. So that's yeah, that's crazy, guys.
So I was just Googling PSA. For those people who don't know, PSA stands for Professional Sports Authenticator. While they do grade other collectibles, they specialize in sports cards and sports memorabilia. And so they admit that there can be flaws in the grading system when it doesn't have anything to do with sports. Although I don't understand why, because I mean, a baseball card in mint condition is the same as a Pokemon card in mint condition.
Well, they're different card types and all that too, but yeah.
Nowadays they're making making it harder for the baseball cards to get duplicated and also pirated and faked. They're you know, I mean, everything that they're doing for the Magic and the Pokemon stuff, they have similar things for baseball cards as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not exclusive to the gaming card industry, but how they do it, they the different card companies do have their different ways. Like the Pokemon have the blue third strip of paper on the inside, you know, and some of them allegedly are starting to put like little chips in the cards.
In the thing
built into the paper cardboard. There's like
that's interesting.
Yeah, I saw something about that. They're trying to do built into the cardboard paper is a strip, kind of like what you have with the dollar bill that'll be read by bill readers.
Okay, I finally got this going here. Well, it's just I found out about today. I wanted to share with you guys, like and I guess it's been going around the last few months, and people are stopped using PSA. So, I mean, any form of doubt thrown into something where you have to rely on that grade to sell or otherwise, I mean, I'd be sketched too, bro. You know,
there are some. Oh, sorry.
Definitely a company that I'd say has a lack of quality control.
Is PSA?
Yeah, definitely a lack of quality control. Absolutely. Whether it be on their end or on the end of one of their employees, but definitely as a consumer, it doesn't matter if it's an employee or an executive. You're part of the company, you're part of the problem. And that's the way a consumer should look at it. Now, this scandal erupted early this month. So the thing is some of these companies, especially companies that buy and resell collectibles and other things, is they'll buy it at a 9, even if it's a 10. And a lot of places that you go to sell your stuff, your cards to, they're going to give you probably half of what it's actually worth just to do a trade-in, as you mentioned earlier with video games, DJ.
Yeah.
You know, so you're going to get ripped off no matter what. It's what do you call it when you get ripped off?
Exactly. And you know, you have people on that are selling on Facebook, but I mean, if you sell on Facebook, you have to expect at least 10% less than what you can get. Probably closer to 30% to really move anything. Or you can take that loss and a little bit less and go to your game store, maybe get 65% if you're lucky, and it's a card that they can move real quick.
With the collectibles, it's always the buyer's market, not the seller's market. Because if you think about it, with the collectibles, something's only worth what you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
exactly.
In that case, you're looking at a buyer's market over the seller's market. And in this case scenario, you're going to look, if like, say, for example, like you said, Facebook Marketplace, you're going to be losing a lot of money anyway, because I'm going to try to talk you down. I'm going to sit there and go, okay, well, what if I bought you a beer? Now
there's a reason. Yeah, exactly.
Now how much are you going to charge me?
Yeah, you're like, okay, $5. I'll be like, dude, it's like 100. Well, I'll buy you a Jack Coke. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's since it's a buyer's market, it's only worth it to me if I feel it's worth it to me, and it's worth whatever I feel it's worth out of my wallet. Otherwise, I don't have to buy it unless I'm just like one of the people with an addictive personality. Got to have it. Got to fill that hole in my collection. Then in that case, it's a seller's market because you want it that bad. But in most case scenarios, I think this guy is just dealing with, he doesn't know what to call his way of gotten ripped off by not getting what he thought he was going to get. In the long run, you're probably not going to get what you thought you were going to get anyway.
Loud. Okay. Sorry, I was a trash truck. What are they doing out this late?
Sounded like a jet engine just flew over your house, dude.
Dude, I know. I was just like rude. So let's look at some spoilers to change the subject up a little bit. I think it's crazy. I'm glad that I've been informed. Hopefully you guys have been informed too. If that's your thing, you probably already know about it. What was that, Chris?
Hulk smash.
Yeah. All right. So
before you continue on, I was wondering something real quick before you continue on. Now with this Preston case, did he just go directly to Twitter and decide to Karen out, or did he actively contact PSA? That's before he went to Twitter, because like the entire video that you showed us kept on referring back to his Twitter comments, not necessarily, not necessarily.
Oh, you know already. Twitter first, bro.
Email.
Before you even hit him up.
Twitter first.
Probably
before you
someone
hit him
said,
up.
"Hey,
Karen
go
out.
hit him up." So he did.
You know, because it's like, I don't know. When I have a problem with you, I come to you. I don't go to Twitter.
Yeah. Well, no, it's always Twitter first, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, well, only when I want to get my simps after you, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of simps, we have Namor, Submariner. I like the art. I don't care that he's for merfolk. I mean, it's great. Like stat wise, what do you think about the art, Dan?
I am, I'm a fan of the comic book.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I am a fan of the comic book covers, although this particular cover is the most reprinted cover on all memorabilia.
Yeah,
you know, the Submariner issue 1 is overprinted in any format of collectible, and they could have gone with a different one. I like the art; it's classic, but
they went with the classic art, yeah.
You know, but Marvel's already done a release of trading cards that were all covers. If I recall, I had that card in their comic book trading cards.
Well, they use our text instead of game text instead of the comic.
Yeah,
so I thought that was clear.
Still, you know, I just feel like it's it's just an overprinted cover.
Look at all that black space down below, bruh. They couldn't move the sorcery down. Like seriously,
is there a way you can make that bigger? There we go.
Hold on. Let me do this correctly. Yes.
All that black space. I wasn't referring to the black space. Yeah, we're ready.
I got a black space, baby.
Yeah.
All right, go back to that Infinity Gauntlet one real quick.
Yeah.
See, I like this better. You know, very rarely, and when they're reprinting the memorabilia, do you actually see like a gaming card. Oh, not a gaming card, but a reprint of the memorabilia that is the page from the comic book.
Yeah. No, that part's cool. It's just, dude,
Very
like,
rare.
all that black space down below, bro. They could have put they could have wrote like even one sentence of flavor text, but no, just
The way it's cropped out.
yeah.
There was another panel down here, and they might have had some more flavor text involved, but maybe Disney Marvel chose not to allow it, or either that, or we're looking at the people over at Wizards of the Coast have run out of ideas.
I don't know. I just want to get a closer look at the card here. That is so amazing. Okay.
I hope they don't give that a good PSA. I saw a scratch in that.
Yeah. This card's just awesome. What do you think, Chris? Is this hitting your Wolverine or what?
I can't see it all that well on my phone.
Oh.
World War Hulk. As this saga enters, after you draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 3. 1.
Yeah, so it's a 5-drop. Number 1, next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. All right.
Number 2, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control.
And number 3, choose target creature you control until the end of turn. Double its power and toughness, and it gains trample.
Not only does that go in Wolverine, that goes in Sabsunin, Lux Embodied.
Yeah. In who?
Sabsunin, the frog.
Oh, the frog. Oh, yeah. Nice.
You know, 3 is regular on my dating situation. You know, it's typically a creature I've chosen.
Yes.
And they're usually not only double the power, but double the size.
Yeah.
You know, and they all have trample.
Well, trample over your wallet. Yes. But yeah, super good card. Here's more for merfolk. If you're merfolkers out there, should be happy on this one and Namor. There's the Namor.
Whoa, put on some manly pants.
Oh, okay. He is wearing Speedos. I was like, wait a minute. Now, this one I'm stoked for my villains deck, Chris. This thing's awesome. 1 and a black. Whenever villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Put a plan counter on this enchantment. When it gets its 5th plan counter, sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 cards of their library. You may cast up to 2 spells from among them, the exiled cards, without paying their mana cost. That's gonna actually do something for villains. I think that's amazing. You are so excited you can't hold your phone.
Sorry about that.
What?
Sorry about that. I'm scared of your villain deck.
Yes. I really need this card. And then you have the Thunderbolt's flash enchantment. Whenever villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter. That creature is a hero in addition to its other types. Just that recursion, too. I can flash it in. I mean, it's a 4-drop, but still, dude. I'm like, yay, my villain decks will be viable slightly. And here you go, stupid Simic stuff. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, 1 a green and a blue for a 2/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness become a 6/6. They gain trample. Whenever an artifact you control, draw a card. Oh, whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. but you only get it once. So you get one card draw, and if it becomes a Dreadmaw if you draw a second card.
You know, Moon Girl is not the original sidekick to Devil Dinosaur.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know that.
You know, one of the decks I took apart would love that card. Morska, Undersea Sleuth.
What was that?
The Morska Undersea Sleuth deck that I had.
Oh, yeah.
Simic, all about drawing cards.
Yo. I mean, you only get it once, but still. Draw that second and becomes a Dreadmaw. I mean, for 3, get it for discount. Why not? Yeah. Simic doing stupid Simic stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the Ephemerate. Huh?
Oh, no. The original sidekick to Devil Dinosaur was Moon Boy, and he was kind of like a monkey, like Neanderthal-like character.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Ephemerate, what do you think of the art on this, Chris?
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
This art is a cover piece from Marvel Masterpieces.
Redone by Mateus. Yeah. All right. Well, it's all right. This one is okay, but a lot of people are pointing out, like, they think that they're AI, and the artists have shown proof a gazillion times that here's the whole breakdown on it. It's not AI. Well, I don't know. But this Dig Through Time's kind of okay. I like, you know, people are going to have a hissy fit because there's a gun on a Magic card.
Technically, it's a plasma cannon, so...
Oh, okay. That's fair. And there's Harbinger of the Seas, more merfolk action. Lord of Atlantis. That is a cool picture, though.
That is a cool picture.
Yeah, I'll give the credit there. Dothy Voidwalker. There's just something about this is throwing me off. It's her face, I think. I mean, I could tell that it's art. I'm not a
Black Widow as the Dothy Voidwalker.
Yeah. As far as I know, she didn't have any powers, so I don't see how she would be able to do the Dothy Voidwalker stuff. But, you know, whatever. It's just a new skin.
Force, really.
It all depends on which Marvel universe. There is a version of her that does not need stinger darts.
Oh. Okay.
But alternate universe. But if you're gonna talk about that, then you're playing by the multiversal overdoneness of things. Am I right, Spider-Man?
Yeah. And then you have Elektra, Deadly Assassin. This card's been overprinted to death for the original Massacre Girl, and her as Massacre Girl. I kind of like the creepy face behind her, but I don't know.
No, I love this art. I love this. I love this art. And
Really? Okay.
Elektra Nachios is my girl. All right. Pretty much. She goes from being nobody to a anti-hero to a queen of the hand. Just saying,
okay.
You know, to like super heroine. I mean, she was prophesized to rule the hand. Elektra is one of the best characters out there for female characters, and underdone.
This one's kind of cool art. I like it. For Chaos Warp, it kind of works. Okay, and then Force of Vigor. Hulk just looks weird. Look at that 3 muscle kneecap. A lot of people were saying this one was AI. He looked funky.
You know what? Okay, like
I'm just saying what people say.
this is
I am
absolutely
not
made
agreeing
with
or disagreeing.
this is absolutely made with digital,
Definitely digital art.
digital,
Yes.
digital paint. But so like anything that has digital paint, people are going to assume has
Yeah.
AI involved, especially since, as we've discussed multiple times, when people bitch and complain, everything has AI, even the computer and telephone that you're watching the show on.
Yeah. We're all robots. But I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
Well, I think that the art is indicative of kind of a perfect casting for the Force of Vigor, but I don't know.
It's off.
I like the fact that they went with the original facial look for the comic book version of
that's cool.
Hulk.
But
you know,
it just,
flat head,
proportionately, it just doesn't
square
make sense.
jaw. I do believe that they did roid him out a little bit, I think, but at the same time, it's the mother freaking Hulk.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. Heroic Intervention, kind of cool with the classic art there.
This is from a great issue, by the way.
Horn of Greed. It just looks funny. Oh, that's
Toot!
Okay. Yeah, toot. There were more heroic interventions, but I guess I didn't find them. But 3 heroic interventions this set, dude. Why? Why? It's gonna be $1 card, man. But yeah, there's 3 different. Unfortunately, I can't depict the art here because it wasn't available on the website. But also, they had one, so why show all 3? But yeah. So this will be the heroic intervention set, Chris.
Yeah, no kidding. But there are a lot of heroic intervention type events in the MCU, so that's understandable.
No, it's fine. Like, there was one with a villain on it. I'm like, that'd be perfect for my villain deck, so I get it. But still, it just kind of hurts a little bit. You're like, oh, look at all these awesome $11 cards I got, and now they're going to be 5 if I'm lucky. But it also depends on how many are pulled, because it's not out yet. We don't know. That's half a year away. And I think that's the thing, too, is just, I know we have to perpetuate the, if that's even a word, the ongoing hype, you know, but, dude, 6 months away, man.
Remember when we would like previews 2 weeks before the set would come out?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and basically the coverage would just be leaks. Now they just do it themselves. So it's like, okay.
Maybe they got tired of like 4P graphics being shown.
Well, you know, we haven't had a good potato cam pick in a while, so. But be prepared for them, especially with it being superheroes. I think they'll have more than Pinkertons on staff if any of it gets leaked early because of their contract with Marvel and Disney, you know. So we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Disney's very protective over their contracts. Probably more so than Wizards is with their content.
Well, plus it was all the public backlash too. I mean, that was like months after, or was that months before or months after M30? I forget. But anyways, so yeah, they dumped it on us early. I mean, I'm for it. That's cool. I see some stuff for my villains deck, so I'm happy. I would like to see what they do with the other heroes and villains, but I'm glad that they're actually doing more villains so that I can actually have a better villains deck. So I'm happy. But you know, we have Lorwyn coming up, and then Ninja Turtles before that even. So I don't know, man. So, did you see the sale or the deal I had? Three Stooges. Trying to get off the ground because I had to borrow to get it. The Super Battle.
Yeah, the $5 thing.
No, well that's Christmas. We're getting to that. No, for Lorwyn, you get a collect. It's 88 bucks. You get a collector 6 play. If you win the high, you get 2 collector and 5 play. If you win the low, you get 1 collector 5 play. We're gonna pick a random uncommon. The regular version or the fancy version, non-foil, it's going to be worth 1 nut. If you get the foil fancy or foil regular, it'll be worth 2 nuts. Those are how many entries you'll get in to win a collector pack. And then if you didn't win the nut, if you're no nut November, if you didn't win the high or the low, you'll be put in a drawing for 2 play packs.
Okay.
Something
Sounds
different.
fun.
You know, it cost me, well, I put 2 bills in and my homie covered the rest. I had to pay him back, but what I'm saying though is like, you guys are getting at cost. It costs us, if you do the math, I think 88 times, what was it, 8? Something like that. No. I have to look, dude. No, 8, yeah. We're halfway there, so we almost have it done. It's just, we have 4 more seats left. And it's
I might jump in, but right now I'm dealing with a tax bill. Which sucks.
Yeah.
Almost $450.
But you brought up the $5 deal. I'm glad you did, because JANKSMAS is coming on December 25th. I'm gonna try to fire at the same time I run Roundtable. It just depends on what family plans are. We typically don't do anything on Christmas Day, so I'm pretty much open. But I'm looking at firing it at 5, or between 5 and 6. I'll be realistic. I don't have a set time yet. But we are doing tons of jank giveaways. I have some fun stuff too. I got just some fun stuff. I'll just put it that way. I know Caustic has a T-shirt left still that we can give away. We got a bunch of jank. I have some fun singles I'm gonna throw in the mix, and on top of that, we have a battle with Qore. He's got Jumpstart 2022, and I think we're just gonna do CMC. I got an avatar box, and basically it's $5 a pack. If we win, we get bonuses. If not, you got a sick deal at $5 a pack. So if we win against Qore, every pack you get, or no, I think it's every 10 packs or something like that, you get like an entry in for some cool stuff. So it's gonna be fun.
Sounds like
and then oh yeah, and then Dan, I, and TCG dude, we might have a 4th, but I'm gonna try to keep it down to 3. We're gonna have a Suno battle, which will give you more details on that. And then yeah, dude, it's just gonna be super fun. I think Dave might join us too from MTG Attitude, but I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, dude, Christmas is gonna be fun. Hell yeah, that is JANKSMAS. Hey, what's up, Daedalus? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up here soon, I guess. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about, Chris?
Well, I did tell you that I scored a great deal on the collector boxes from the other guy, right?
On what? On Lorwyn, or?
Yeah.
Oh, the other guy. Okay, okay. So you got a deal there. Sweet. Okay.
A box for 3 bills shipped.
Bruh. Can you get another one?
I'm getting 2. I was going to get 3, but I'm just sticking at 2.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what my guy's going to be at yet, but I doubt it's going to be 3 bills. Yeah, that's a sick deal. I'm happy for you, bro. Because I think it's going to be closer to 4. You can get your deals now, but as soon as spoiler season starts, especially if they drop anything else better than the Bitter Blossom on a stick, dude, you know that's gonna skyrocket because they already have the serialized Bitter Blossom on a stick. So we're
On a
actually getting
stick.
cereal on a stick. Yeah.
On a stick.
Oh man, dude. Okay, let me ask you this, Dayless. Let me see if I can bring this up again. Bruh. Bro, where'd you go? Aw. Okay, hold on. Let me just pull up the right one. Okay, so you're complaining about knee pain, and I must say, is it split up like this? Does it feel like your knee pain is split into 3 or 4, like whatever the hell that is?
Will people like you when you're angry?
Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa! What are you doing, dude?
Wait. He's angry.
Yeah. Does your knee hulk out like that? I mean, that's some extreme hulking when you're so hulked out that you develop 3 kneecaps.
Hulked out.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, between now and then, I've been OCDing on the loaded squirrel. We got 130 pulls left. We are a sudden death squirrel now. So if we pull, there's now going to be 15 squirrels left because I'm adding a couple. So that we'll be at 52 squirrels at least. So there's 15 left. Once those get pulled, the game's done. So unfortunately, I got to keep pushing. I'm not ending, and I am not going to lose $2,000 on this. There's no way, dude. So I got to keep pushing, guys. I know it's annoying, but I do want to spin those wheels for you guys. So I'm working on it, and should have something good to go by possibly even Saturday. We'll see. We'll see. But if anyone wants in, please let me know. I just added the awesome Appa. And there's another spicy card that I'm adding too. So, and a couple hits in the game that will be very interesting too. So, good times. So we still have that going on. Definitely tune in for JANKSMAS. We'll see normal schedule this week. Sunday we are doing late night EDH. And then Saturday I'm doing a thing for my guildies again on the other game. So if you guys do tune in, cool. I'll be doing giveaways for Lorwyn. But we'll pretty much be geeking out on this pay-to-play freaking gotcha BS game. But the people are cool, so I'm still playing it. So we'll be doing that on Saturday in the afternoon. But I might have some loaded squirrel available before then. I will let you guys know. Other than that, Dan, you got anything coming up?
Well, no, I'm pretty much taking the rest of the month off. I am planning a move. Due to
hey, what's up, Berthor?
all the health concerns and everything, we've been planning a move. Well, I got all the nice new stuff. The new avatar is finally here, as you guys can see. And we, I'm working on getting a new podcast together with one of my friends from the West Coast, Liquid Olaf. And it's going to be less of a podcast and more of let's take a normie non-streamer and throw him into YouTube.
Nice.
It's going to be kind of fun. And
yeah,
pretty much I'm going to show him some stuff that might completely ruin his idea of what YouTube is. It's going to be fun. We're going to be doing that in February. Also, late January, I'm going to be doing a subathon on my Twitch and my Kick channels. So watch for those. I am reformatting my YouTube to be more just like clips of some stuff, and I'm also working on some regular content that will be like video wise. So look forward to seeing that between January and February. Other than that, not really anything to shill, really.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah. Look what I found, Chris. Guy hasn't been around for almost 2 years, so this happened to be in his stash. Dude, That was from a couple years ago, but I love that. It's a forest.
Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna be giving that away on JANKSMAS as well. Very cool.
Is this like a homeschool card, or is this
No. This is art done by Ken Meyer. I never pronounce his name right. Junior. Famous artist, and that is beautiful work. So we get to give this away on JANKSMAS. So pretty cool. One lucky winner will walk away with that. Good times. I just think it's cool. That's why I got him, because I'm like, dude, there's a squirrel in it, and it's Bob Ross, man. And he's got a squirrel right there too. See, very fun.
You ever watch Bob Ross?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, he always had that squirrel in his pocket.
I said I think this one needs a happy little sleeve.
Yeah, he always had a squirrel in his pocket when he was doing his art.
Nice. Well, all right, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Thank you, everyone that tuned in. The 18th is gonna be tricky. I might run an early show or a pre-recorded show. I don't know. But we're taking off to go to a homie's baby shower / little mini party thing. So I'll let you guys know what's going on. And then also I am way behind on my daily shorts since Thursday. So I've been working hard at tracking those. I got most of them tracked because I want a different song or yeah. So you guys will see the rest of that. I'm on it, guys. It's just I had that mess from when we did the packs, and then just getting everything consolidated down so I can ship stuff out. That took me forever. So, and then I'm OCDing on the loaded squirrel right now, tracking all of the pulls. So no one does that either. I must be that bored. But yeah, I got most of them tracked, because I want to make a clean list so you guys can see what all is left in as far as pulls go for the squirrel. Because like I said, I'm going for 100% transparency, so good times. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your evening. I do not know if I'll pop on later. Probably not. I'm going to go get some food, and I want to show you something funny, Chris, so stay posted if you don't mind. And yeah, guys, have a wonderful rest of the week. We'll definitely see you Sunday, but maybe sometime in between there. Well, it's Saturday, but that's all I know for now. Okay. Well, you guys have a good one, and bye.
Peace out.